Don't worry, my mom or my wife is with them. Their mother is with them. Alright everybody, this is Evan Rogers. Hey there, how are you doing? I hope you're having a happy dappy day. This is me continuing on with the second article about the Kinkyu Jidai Sengen. This is the Jitai Sengen and Jitai Sengen. Let's get started. 安倍総理大臣は6日、専門家の意見を14日頃聞いた後、できたら31日より前でも宣言をやめたいと言いました。Alright. Chief subject of the sentence. Let's stop the highlighting. Oh, there we go. The chief subject of the sentence is Abe Solidaijin, the Prime Minister Abe. I think his name is Shinzo Abe. On the 6th, they don't put a ni here, but we'll just assume there's a ni here. On the 6th, he said something. Toimashita. What did he say? Sengen o yametai. Toimashita. He said he wants to end yameru. Stem plus tai equals wants to do. Sengen o yametai. He wants to end the declaration of the state of emergency. They're just shorting it to sengen because it's long. Even before the 31st, 31日より前でも宣言をやめたいと言いました. He said that he wants to end the declaration even before the 31st. And that is prefaced by できたら, if able, I'd like to end it before the 31st. And this is, he said all of this, he said all of that we just talked about, after Ato Kita, after he had asked on the 14th, which there must be talking about last month's 14th. They didn't mention that, but it must be because the date that this is written is the 7th. Okay, so, Abe Sore Daijin wa 6日, but this is on the 6th. 専門家の意見を14日頃聞いた後. So, okay, so on the 6th, he said that he would like to end, if possible, the declaration before the 31st. Notice, sorry, I didn't talk about yori. Yori means more than or from. Mai is more than earlier, so earlier. And then we have kita ato, so 専門家の意見を14日頃. So he must have listened to their opinion or asked their opinion on the 14th of last month. And then on the 6th this month, he gave this statement. Next sentence. 専門家にはウイルスが移った人の数がどう変わってきたか、病院がしっかり治療できるようになっているかなどについて意見を聞きます。Okay, notice this one is not past tense. It says I will listen to or I will ask. Iken. This is saying I will listen to their opinions. Iken o kikimasu. Okay, so 専門家には Iken o kikimasu. He will ask or listen to their opinions. Okay, at least. Notice how the wa particle there. So he's going to be talking about the senmonka, not necessarily the other people. Because, that's the people whose opinions we'd want in the pandemic. All right, so what kind of things will he ask? I think we're going with ask because we have a bunch of kas here. Okay, so we have naro nitsuite, about things like. So the nitsuite is about, regarding this information. And the nado here means etc. or things like or that kind of a meaning. That kind of a meaning. All right, and there we have, for the nado, we are fixing that to two questions. The second question is, 病院がしっかり治療できるようになってるか? Okay, so 治療 means to treat, and then we have 治療できる, to be able to treat ようになってる. Have they become able to treat? しっかり means properly or, definitively, properly. 病院がしっかり治療できるようになってるか? Are the hospitals able to properly treat patients? There's no RO particle, but they're talking about patients. And questions like that, he's going to ask the senmonka. All right, the other question is, ウイルスが移った人の数がどう変わってきた? ウイルスが移った人, so we saw this in the previous video, it means the people to whom the virus has spread, no kazu, and that is modifying kazu, which is the number of people who the virus has spread to. The number of people that the virus has spread to. Okay, that is a proper English sentence. Ga, notice that's the subject. Do kawatte kita. How has it come to change? How has it changed? And it's changing up until the point that he's talking, or that he will ask the question. Te form plus kuru is the idea of you do the verb, and the feeling is that it's coming. The verb is coming towards you in some weird shape, weird abstract idea. My daughter is really screaming like a crazy girl. Okay. So the verb is kawaru, which is the transitive of change. The intransitive would be kaeru. To change something is kaeru, which is interesting because that means frog in a different pronunciation. But kawaru is something has changed, something does change. So this kawatte kita is it has changed up to a point, like the point when, and notice it's coming to him. So he's going to ask the question. And when he asks the question, how have the number of people who have gotten sick, how has that number changed up until the point that he asks? That feeling of up until the point where he's doing the action, that's your tekuru feeling. In English, we would generally just not bother translating this. So I'm just going to translate this as, how has the number of people infected or who have gotten sick changed? That would be how we would translate this. But notice in Japanese, they have the tekuru feeling. There is the opposite of going from the point, like how will it go on to change? That'd be te iku. It is literally the opposite of kuru. Te kuru and te iku. How has it changed up until now versus how will it go on to change? That sort of a feeling is te kuru and te iku. Okay, so 専門家には意見を聞きます。について、専門家には at least to the specialists, we will ask their opinion / listen to their opinion about 何か何かについてなど about things like, are hospitals able to properly treat people? Have they come to be able to properly treat people? And things like, how have the number of people who got sick by the disease changed? The person doing the questions is probably, Shinzo Abe, the Abe Solidaijin. そして、どうなったら宣言をやめるかの基準を専門家に作ってもらいます。Alright, we got some fun grammar that we haven't seen in a while. Yes! So one more time. そして、どうなったら宣言をやめるかの基準を専門家に作ってもらいます。Alright. And then, or on top of that, どうなったら, if it were to happen, this どうなったら here is sort of, how would it, so let's break this down. I actually didn't think this little chunk right there would be so grammar intensive. Let's talk about this. This is the tara, so conditional. We're talking about if it became, how would it have to become, sort of an idea is what's going on there. どう, how, なった, it came. How would it have had to come? 宣言をやめるか? How would it have to be? How would it have to have come to be that we 宣言をやめるか? That we end the declaration. How would it have to be? How would it come to be? How would it have to have become? Yeah, there we go. Because notice the not tara conditional is actually the past tense of the verb with a ra. So we should treat it kind of past tensey. How would it have to have become? How would it have to have become that 宣言をやめるか, that we end the declaration, and that is getting a no particle, because when we add the ka to a giant phrase like this, usually when we want to nominalize a whole clause like this, どうなったら宣言をやめるか, やめる, usually to nominalize that, we would use a no or a koto. However, it's a question, so there's a ka there. And the ka we just leave alone and we just treat it like a chunk. It is both nominalized and not nominalized at the same time. That's the power of ka. It is both nominalized, it is both a noun, and it is also not a noun, depending on what we want to do with it in the future. This is very interesting. If the ka were not, sorry, I should actually highlight the ka, shouldn't I? If the ka were not there, we would have to put a koto or something like that. A koto or a no. But here, because the ka is there, it is both nominalized and it is not nominalized. So, for example, after a question and we want to say ask a question, we don't say blah, 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 ka to kikimashita. We don't put the to there. The ka operates like the to particle. So it would just be blah, 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 ka kikimashita. We asked, did this happen? Okay, so it is nominalized already because of the ka. So, moreover, how would it have to have come to be that we will end the declaration of a state of emergency, and that is the noun that is modifying kijun. Kijun is a basis, a foundation, sort of a yard. They also had the word yardstick, so guidelines. So guidelines are being modified by how it would have to happen. How would life have to be that we end the declaration? Okay, so guidelines as to what needs to happen before the declaration is canceled. Oh, that is what we are going to be making. Skuru is after that. However, notice it's senmonka ni. We're going to be at... Why would we have a ni particle with skuru? The answer is tsukute moraimasu. Have them make. Okay, so make... And then moraimasu is they will make and we will receive. They will make for us. Have them make is another translation for that. And the people that will do the making gets a ni particle. So this is very interesting. Even though they are the ones who are going to be making the guidelines, they get a ni particle because of this moraimasu. So that's very fascinating. That's very interesting. Tsukute morau is to have somebody do for you. Have somebody do, make somebody do something. And the person that you will make them do, because the verb is actually moraimasu, because remember we focus on the sentence final verb, the person who will receive is actually the subject, is the government or the people. So on top of that, we will receive the making of the guidelines by the specialists, and the guidelines are described as guidelines that what life will have to be like in order to cancel the declaration. So let's translate this like a normal person. And we'll have the specialists make guidelines as to how things should look in order for us to cancel the guidelines, the declaration of state of emergency. That is what's happening there. Some intense grammar. If you enjoy this, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe, give me some moolah. Just whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Have yourselves a happy day.